Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, folks, but this is take three of this. All right. I don't know who saw the comedy act. And I do mean comedy act, because I'm going to poke fun of myself. One, first comedy act was my fumbling the ball. Oh, good grief. Sorry, folks, but what's going on is I forgot to. Mm-hmm. Ay, ay, ay. See, what happened was, one, I have a tablet here, a very handy device for those of us who need a second screen. I picked it up from gamers who usually sport these things. Except they usually aren't dealing with a big tablet. They usually have a actual computer monitor. Hmm. And and what you missed was me fumbling the ball, Dan falling over. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, and now at least live and this thing doing what it's supposed to do. Yay! I got somebody here with this. Hmm. And considering the time, I think I know who it might be. Feel free to put a comment in. You would have loved it. Yeah. What I was trying to do was use OBS to do both a vertical stream, which is what I'm doing, and combine it with the main screen up and that. For some strange reason, it didn't seem to work as I hoped. But I can tell from my current setup. Oh boy. And good, it's showing them live. I can tell from my current setup. Oh boy. And what I was doing was verifying that I am actually streamed. Hi, Candace. Uh, Now that I don't have to deal with the craziness of my big monitor, I can use the magnifier as needed. And Candace, welcome to Christianity Explained, where I actually do know how to operate, even though I look like an idiot, and I don't mind laughing at myself. But here's the thing. Normally, what I do is I have a video, like a book reaction, book review on Monday. Wednesday, do a talk show, kind of like a commentary like I'm doing now. Friday, a type of Bible study. Well, lately I've been reviewing a book by Vinson, Vinson, uh, Synan. Hey, Mark. It's good to see you. At least you're seeing a better scene than what I had a little earlier with the idiotic take I had. Now, here's the thing. I normally don't dive too much into uh, books like that, like Vincent. He really is packing a lot of detail. And it wasn't something I can read in a day or so and could say, oh, I kind of got out, but there was so much unpacking there. It was like, okay, wow. uh, yes, he does touch on the corruptions and the problem, uh, but not to the extent that some others do. And I appreciate that he keeps a balanced view. Yay. In other words, he's not glorifying personalities who acted badly. And at the same time, he's not vilifying. And does provide a lot of footnotes. So if you want to find out more, you can. Great. That's in sharp comparison. That's a sharp contradiction to some other personalities I've seen. Yike. And that's not good, especially if we want to look up to somebody in a historical sense. That's a good thing. But we do need to have facts that we can say, okay, yeah, I could see and learn. And that's the thing that really kind of bothered me. But I needed to take a break from that on Monday. Like Wednesday and Saturday is kind of like, because I'm trying to figure out what. And I was thinking of doing some vertical live stream like this. Because I thought, all right, this might be a fun thing. I'm aware of some of the personalities that will show up on these type of stream. And they will find out that, interesting. I noticed that this is not going to my page, only to profile, Rumble, and that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about this. Facebook has been kind of, now, some of you might be wondering what with the QR code. Well, I'll come back to that a little later. Yeah. Now, I do have other things going on in here. I don't know if you saw my stream from a couple of days ago. I was trying, I think what it is I'm trying so much to get things going and kind of struggling with the book Bible study because I realized, all right, if I'm doing a talk show like this, I seem to be all right, especially if I have somebody to talk back and forth. No problem. I kind of like this setup. But if you're seeing how I operate with reading text, okay, I tend to be on the slow side. Well, that's because I'm reading like this, even when I magnify the screen. Oh, wow. Okay. Um, Good. I like that. Oh, and if you're wondering what this up here, uh, I didn't change out the overlay. Normally, I'm doing full screen, and you will see up over here, CE Talk Show podcast. Ah, well, before I create a whole new thing, I want to see how this works, and maybe I actually do have something. Hmm. Which I don't mind doing. As you can see, this is the Inspiration Point podcast thing I normally would have or prefer in a setup like this. Uh, yeah, there we go. I want to make sure I have the chat there so if somebody says something, I can respond. Now, another nice thing about Restream, if I need to, it does give me some ability to do things, which I definitely like. Don't worry, I ain't doing anything to a certain friend who might not even be in here. Hmm. Ah, good. Somebody from Rumble. And, and the channel's good. Now, I do have other things going on that I am concerned with. Yeah. If you don't know, I've been doing content creation for quite some time. I started off trying to write some website content for that I would do, and moved on to blogging. I might as well treat it like a website for all the content. Truth is, my writing was kind of like this. It was a work in progress, and unfortunately, uh, I don't think I'm quite ready. And it brings up something I do want to talk to you about from what I'm seeing, because there are some people out there who they get here. Oh, I want to go on, but yet they don't seem to want to do the preparation, the work to prepare themselves to do uh, things like this. Perhaps they watch uh, a YouTube gaming channel and thought like, oh, that's easy, it's fun. Yeah. Well, I hate to break it to you, but from my careful listening to some of those game guys who I listened to in the past, they said there was a lot of work that went into it. It's not as simple as everyone likes to imagine. And but of course, it's easy to throw rocks at them, especially if you don't have an audience. Well, I can play Minecraft, all right. reasonably well. But do it in an entertaining fashion where people were interested, forget it. And I did. I went, dude, don't quit your day job. You see, this is the kind of thing I'm able to do. This is my personality and that, where I get to talk and I enjoy. But try to be entertaining while playing the game, no. I have to focus on what I'm doing. I'm sorry, but hmm. And the fact is, I actually do like the freestyle stuff. Okay. Mm. Who knows? I might just try another one of this later tonight. But the fact is, I do like the freestyle. I do enjoy just in talking and engaging and maybe provoke some thought because that is how I started doing things. And basically, what I'm doing when I said straight talk, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking straight about what's going on with me and some of the challenges. 'Cause, believe it or not, it is harder to focus sometimes. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I know. uh, I'm probably showing up a little bit on the vertical live stream, and boom. Hopefully, yeah. And if you are poking your head trying to figure out what it is, my channel ministry is Christianity Explained talk show podcast. Now, I'm going to have to rethink a few things uh, on this. Now, if I had a guess, it would like Randy or somebody else, it would be easy to do. Except one person will be on top, the other on the bottom. And I'm not too anxious to try doing too many things with this. Oh, boy. Yeah. Now, some of the things I am concerned with is that I get, let me just think through, because as much as I try doing this, some things are not so easy because I don't really use script. Good. Oh boy. All right. So what do I need to do? Yeah. Now, what is it that I'd like to see done? What can be done to make the Bible thing easier? Now, the reason I'm committed to that is because I'm well aware that people are hungry to know what. Now, years ago, at my old church, I asked somebody who was saying, "Oh, well, Bible." I said, "What do you need?" Why did I say that? Because there's so many different ways to provide uh, people that kind of information is really incredible. But certain content work great on YouTube, like this, even here, but don't do so well elsewhere. Yet, I have a friend. I'm going to pick on Chris Roosevelt for a minute. He's a very capable pastor preaching a sermon in front of his audience. But here's the thing, and he is a good communicator. And believe it or not, the style he's using there is not the same as what he would use uh, in front of a webcam. Why is that? Because the audience dynamic is very different. You need to engage on the content and what they are interested in that they are. That's why I'm aware that some people are going to pop in and out. And that's fine. And that's fine. But if I was doing something like, okay, I have a plan here, okay, and doing it maybe at night, that sort of thing would do well. But the problem is the audience, uh, that's not going to be the audience that's going to sit in front of a Sunday morning church. Over there, they want something else. They want the pastor to preach a message out of the scriptures and that. But they're not looking for the pastor to say, okay, I'm going to teach a message on the question. I know a lot of charismatic type do, but a lot of Reformed, Baptists, and others, no, if they're in a book or something like that, yes, they may preach on it, or great. That's why a lot of some of the guys I know of, like Matthew Everhard, Keith Foskey, even Chris does the same thing. So take the topical stuff for the YouTube channel, because podcasting, let's face it, it's a great way to do that. Mm-hmm. Actual Bible study, all three are different medium, and they require different skills. All right, I can assure you, some of you may know of Corey Minor. He would love to eventually start pastor a church. Okay, I can assure you, and I'm sure Corey knows it. He was an associate pastor at one time, a long time ago. He has friends who are currently pastors, and I'm sure all of them would tell him the same thing. Corey, you do not preach this to your church audience the same way you do the smart Christian family. It doesn't work that way. Very different. And I'm sure Corey knows that real well. He's not an idiot. Oh, good grief. Yeah, and it's true. We can, because the dynamic is different. And church, yes, there is a hunger for what's called expository teaching, where you either go by line, or like what I was doing, bite-sized set of scriptures, small, and explain what's going on here. And if it's relevant to what's going on today, great. So to give you a sense of grounding, that's what expository preaching is. You stay within, and you try not to go off on some rabbit trail, which some of the guys I know all do it. And yes, I can be guilty too. Because this video is full. Uh, one. But topical is different. Topical, you have a topic in mind, and you need to find scriptures that relevant to that. The problem is, and I know Hispanics do that, but the problem is you gotta check to see, am I handling using that text properly in the context it was originally given, and is it relevant to the actual methods? Okay, like the accuser of the brethren. That line shows up in Book of Revelation, and yes, you see a simile in a couple other chapters where the devil does accuse. All right, that's part of what it does. Mm. Unfortunately, some people take it to mean something other than what, rather than point to the fact that no, he can't because Christ uh, won the victory, so he has no power over us. Mm. I have to do a better study on that topic to make sure I know what I'm talking about. So, yes, no, no problem. uh, and this is probably a good textbook case of this is why you need to prepare before you go off on the. hmm. Okay, 27 minutes. Great. All right. You know what? I think I am having a little fun. Uh, if you are watching this, oh yes. One, what's with this QR code? In order to fund to pay the bill for this thing, I have to rely on donations and that. And if you want, yes, you can just use that, and it's also on the channel page and all that stuff. It's there. I just don't make a big deal of it. That's all. Yeah, and all right. I may come back tonight and try another one, but I'm definitely liking the vertical live. But let me know. Do you like this for instead of saying Inspiration Point podcast, put in the CE podcast up here? I can. I'm also trying to rethink how to do the Bible stuff, and that because those things I know I can do well in, and other things no. This type of talking, where I'm just talking with you and sharing insight of what I know, great. But all you have to do is look at some of my Bible study videos. You'll see where, ooh, okay, it's time for me to wrap up, and I'll see you when I see ya.